Hello again, John with you, and it's time now to start another project. And usually, like when we start another project, when I start another project, I start off with the unboxing. Okay, first video I do the unboxing, then I do build bit by bit, show a few more videos of the build, painting, weathering, all that, and finally then do the final review. So, new series. And this time we're doing this lovely Tiger 1 from TAMIYA, as it says in the heading. This is the kit. Okay, it's the Tiger 1 late version, and it's got the commander and with the Ace commander and crew set. Yes, basically an extra little 4 figures within the set. And also for this kit, I'm after buying a little Zimmerit coater from Zimmerit applicating tool from TAMIYA. Zimmerit applicating tool. I've never done Zimmerit, something new for me, and we're going to see how this works and have an old go at the Zimmerit tool. Okay, so let's get onto the bench. Let's have a look inside the box. Okay, so here we are down at the bench. We'll start off with this. This is the Zimmerit coating applicator from TAMIYA. Okay, comes with 2 different sizes, the 0.5mm and 0.7mm one. Okay, and then there's 3 of each, I think. 0.5, 0.5, 0.5, yeah, and 0.77 and a 7. Okay, so you've got 0.5 and 0.7mm Zimmerit applicating tool there, and how it works or anything like that. I've been watching a few videos. It looks easy enough. What I'm actually going to use for the Zimmerit itself, I haven't fully decided yet. There's a couple of different options. The No More Nails one seems to be quite good, so we might go with that one. Although I do have liquid green stuff, so I might even go with that. So we'll have a look anyway. We've got plenty to do before we even get to that stage, so when I get to that stage we'll have it well decided by then. Okay, so that's the Zimmerit applicating tool. So we start off. This is the kit itself. The box art is a nice picture there with 3 tigers and basically the 221 there in the background. I must say the old size of the pictures doesn't really relate to the size of the people. Makes the tiger look absolutely massive. They were big, but they weren't as big as what it's kind of depicted here in the picture. So it's an artist's impression, shall we call it. It also gives us here then a little picture of the Ace Commander crew set, okay, which is 4 figures there. Okay, they also come as part of it. On the side of the box it gives us a nice painting option for it. Okay, on the ends it just gives us basically the front cover, and we get another 2 painting options then again here at this side. Okay, we get the that one and that one, the dark yellow and the red brown, and then we get this one here with the 3 colours, the dark yellow, the dark green and the red brown. So I get a couple of nice like I said, a couple of nice little pictures of colouring options that come with it. Let's excuse this circular light here. That's a reflection of my big light. Reflection of my big light. So what do you get inside it? Okay, we push the box away. Start off, we get an instruction sheet, okay, which we will go through in a minute. We get the Commander or crew set, okay, German Tiger late version with Ace Commander and crew set. And this is the little crew set then, the 4 figures. We'll have a close look at them as well. Okay, that's the crew set. We get a bag here with three sprues All three are identical, and these individual track links. We get two identical sprues here with our wheels and our suspension parts. Now these look like steel wheels. Okay, steel wheels, so we want to have the rubber ends on them. Easy enough to paint. Okay, we get a sprue with the upper hull, the engine deck and all that. We get the sides of a turret, the top of a turret, get the rear deck, rear plate should I say, engine hatch, mantlets, and we get another figure here. We get the commander figure that comes with this set, the original set. We get our gun mantlet, driver's or commander's hatch, although no, I think this is the escape hatch here for the back. And we have our little lights as well. So we'll have a closer look at these as we go on to it, okay? As I open them up, we get our lower hull, and we get a sprue then that's got side skirts or gun, the stowage bin at the back, our tools, covers for the exhaust, some of our tow ropes and things, a few hatch covers, the breech and all that for the gun, the MG34. So we'll have a close look at that now in a few minutes as well. We go through all the parts and have a close look at them. What we're going to look for is ejector pin marks, flash, condition. That's basically it. We're not going to really go too much depth about it. We get another little leaflet in here now, which is very nice because it gives the basic formation of a heavy tank battalion, okay, and how their numbers are. You know, the headquarters part of it had 0 zeros in front of them. Then you got your company 1, company 2 and company 3, and there'd be your tank battalion then, and the layout of that. This also is our marking guide, okay, so we can have the Grossdeutschland, we've got the Tiger one that fought at Villers-Bocage in France. We've got the numbers here for Mr. Whitman's last Tiger, the 007. Okay, so we can have Michael Whitman's Tiger. Okay, then we've got Panzer Abt 502, 503, 504, 505, 507 and 508. What happened to 506, I wonder? Who was 506? Oh, well, they don't want us to. They probably didn't have Tigers. 506 probably didn't have Tigers. But we don't have them anyway. So you got the 1st Panzer Corps insignia. And it just says 1 Panzer Corps insignia, whether that means it's the 1st Panzer Corps insignia or just one decal for that. Like I said, we've got a couple of different options there and some nice camouflage patterns and things as well, and whatever marking we want to go with. Shows here about putting on Zimmerit, making a little Zimmerit tool, making your own if you don't do bit by bit Zimmerit, and little info on applying your decals. So that's handy little bit of information if you don't know already. Okay, and we get our decals, get a nice large sheet of decals, and we get a little spare one. So we got our decal sheet, and we also get this, which is a little leaflet showing the new lacquer paint from TAMIYA. Little colour chart from them, and given the opposing colours in the XF, the TS as well. So that's a nice little thing as well. Handy little colour chart to keep for yourself. And a little bit there about the new lacquer paints from TAMIYA. So we'll start off with the paperwork. So we'll start off with the decals because they're in my hand. I have them here. We'll have a quick look at the decals. Sellotape the bag. Okay, here are our decals. Right, we've got all the numbers there for the different call-outs that they gave us. 107 and the 007. Go for the 007, the old James Bond one. Why not? I think that's the one I go for anyway. Michael Whitman's Tiger. So I got to kind of do a bit of research onto his camo scheme. Bit of work there for Jan. Okay, so we got some Balkan crises, some the German crosses there. Balkan, I can't remember. It's down to my pronunciation. I'm not the best at pronunciations. Okay, and we've got our here along the bottom. We've got our unit insignia. Now I must say that when it gave the unit insignias, it showed an awful lot more than just those three. In the marking and the marking guide for it. Where's the marking guide? Here's our marking guide. It shows us the guys and the horses. 507 and 508. There's the 508 and there's 507. So those ones. But it doesn't give you these three. Okay. The lion's head, whatever the thing. We don't get those versions, and we don't get the crossed keys either. Okay, which we might need for Michael Whitman's one. I do not know. Will we need the cross keys for Michael Whitman's tank? Have to go check that out. Okay, so we've got a decal sheet. And the extra little decals then. Oops daisy, there we go. It's the little knight on horseback, and it gives us a left and right one of them. Probably because they give two right ones here. You don't have a left and a right, now you've got a left and right. So whichever ones they go with, they're there anyway. Okay, so that's the decals. They looked good. They're all in register anyway, and they don't look too thick. So decals look okay. They're TAMIYA decals. What more can you expect? Right, just remove the box there. We'll have a look at the instructions. Excuse me. Right, it starts off, just gives us a little bit about the Tiger 1. It's a pull-out leaflet. There are 15 steps in total. Doesn't have an interior, doesn't have loads of extras on it, and a lot of the stuff is pre-molded on for you. There's no photo etch or anything like that. So it's when it comes to the actual model itself, it's pretty basic, but we should end up with a nice tank from it anyway. We'll give it a go. That's all we can do. That's all I can do. Right, so we start off, we put on the suspension, put on the wheels. Isn't it great that they have you putting on the wheels before they have you making them up? Okay, well, okay, you've got the single wheels. Oh, that's right. So you're going to make up all the rest of the wheels, all the rest of the road wheels. Now they're all steel wheels, so you don't have to go painting rubber onto them, which is handy. Then you're going to make up the exhausts. Okay, you're going to make 2 of them. 5 then we're back onto the exhausts and the jack, a few other little bits and pieces, the exhaust shrouds that go around them. Then we're onto the upper deck. Okay, got to fit on this front piece here, which has our driver's vision block and the machine gun port. We're on then to one of our, I think that's the engine cover at the back. and then we're on with the drivers and commanders hatches. Or no, they're the drivers hatches, the drivers hatch and the rear gunner, or the rear gunner. I think it's an aircraft or something. The gunner radio operator. I think the radio operator sits in there. The driver in that section. Then you've got 3 in the turret. Now that's, as far as I know, it is 3 in the turret. As far as I know, there is a crew of 5 on the Tiger. They're going to give you 4 figures, so you can't really have a full crew if that is the case. Okay. You're fitting on the jack block, the 2 cables, Jimmy bar or tanker's bar, towing eyelets, tools, fire extinguisher, a few other little bits and pieces there to go onto that, and then they're telling you to fit that to the base. Okay, step 9 then has you making the tracks. Okay, gives you a little bit of detail then on making the tracks, with some nice little funny figures as well to show you where to go. Alright, step 10 has you putting on the tracks. Step 11 then you're building up on the turret, building the main gun section, okay, the breech and all that for the gun. Then you're fitting that, the 2 sides of the turret together, putting the gun in, closing the turret off. You got your drivers and loaders hatch, fitting the barrel again. Now both these look identical. I must say both those things look identical. Final version, late version. What is the difference? They are giving you a difference there. Ah yes, it's 2 different guns, A18 or A17 and A1 or A2. So there's a different gun for the final version or the late version. So you gotta find out now which bloody one that Whitman had. It's technical. I have to get technical. Don't like getting technical. Okay. So just to ease off my technical bits and pieces, just to kind of bring me back into normal. We have a choice of 2 shooty things. Okay, 2 shooty things, and we've got our tracks to go on the side. Okay, on the side of the turret. We have the back stowage bin. We have the machine gun shooty thing there for the commander and his hatch. Got some more track links, side panels, you know, the little sort of side skirt thing that's on it. I like cutting that up, damaging it all up and things like that. I think it looks fabulous. It does look great. We got the tow ropes, and then finally then in this section here we've got the mud guards, towing hooks and things, and that's it. Yeah, that's it, simple as that. And then we gotta get it painted and assembled and all that kind of thing. Okay, so we'll start off with the last bag we pulled out. Let's get it open. Let's get the pieces out. Right, Mr. Pointy thing. Right, we've got our 2 barrels. Okay, tore ups, our side skirts, whatever they are, I haven't the faintest idea. Right, we got our drivers and co-driver, radio operator, hull and machine gunnists, hatches, little hooks for holding open the hatches, stowage bin, exhausts. Now, looking around for big obvious ejector pin marks in places that we do not want them, and I am not seeing any, not in this section anyway. Okay, and I'm not seeing any flash either. So the condition of this is actually very, very nice. And being a TAMIYA, we know everything is going to fit nicely as well. which is great. I like the I love the TAMIYA fit, and TAMIYAs aren't normal for their you know, they're really good detail. But if you look at this sort of the emergency starter section here, and this, if that zooms in right, that is quite nicely detailed. Okay, that's at the back of the tank. The hand crank goes in there, and it's for starting it up. That looks nice. Detail on that. Also got some nice little rivet detail there on that, and some reasonably okay detail in the breech. You're not going to see it anyways, you know, but it's reasonably okay. Can't whinge about it. If you look at our jack now, we've got an injector pin mark right on the inside of the jack here, and a little divot there as well. So a bit of scraping and a bit of sand and a bit of cleaning out, that'll fix that. But that's the only bit so far that's kind of going to be awkward, because it kind of sits up, doesn't it? You can see it. Oh no, with the Tiger it fits on flush, so we're not going to see that big ejector pin mark at the back, so that's not going to bother us. Okay, so there's our first sprue. This is Sprue A, and everything seems okay. It's a nice kind of a tan coloured plastic. Right, we've got the lower hull. Mind the staples when you're opening the bag, because they might fly off and take the eye out of a small child if there's a small child nearby. Okay, we've got the holes here for the our suspension. No other detail on it, it's nice and flat, but we will be adding Zimmerit to that. It is very flat indeed, I must say. Very smooth, a bit too smooth. I know that you can get a stuff that will kind of take that off. I've also seen somebody using glue, you know, say an area like that, plastering it with a bit of the TAMIYA extra thin, and it makes it kind of takes that sheer flat look off it. Okay, smothering it in extra thin. The only thing there is the fumes. The fumes will sort of make you a bit high, get too excited, end up at a Sherman. So anyway, there's our lower hull. Not much to say about it. It's pretty detail-less, but it seems solid. It's good solid plastic on it, and it's going to hold everything together, isn't it? Right. Next up, next sprue. Right, our next sprue is Sprue C. We've got the upper hull, the deck off the upper hull. It's got the engine grills and all that already in it. Okay. I do have an engine there from the Tiger. To that, Simon sent me on that, so I might be able to. That fits in there. You never know. I might even fit that. Might even fit the engine. Have the engine hatch open. We'll see. We'll see. I play around with things. I like playing around with things and trying things new. Okay. We do have a figure. If he'll fit in nicely with the others, and I find out that there is 5 in the crew, you never know, I might use him or part of him. You know, I might have him sort of sitting down inside it or whatever, or coming up out of it. We would choice the 2 heads for that figure. Detail on them isn't the best, I must admit. It's if we bring my light over this way and turn it that way, and then bring our camera down. There we go. It's not bad. It's not bad actually. Once the light gets onto it, actually, it looks a bit better than what I would have, the way it was. It must have been the way I was looking at it. But right, we've got the sides of our turret. We've got our turret top. We got the our back plate. Okay, and the back plate there for where the exhausts go onto and the other bits and pieces. We got two of those towing eyes, and we got the front glacial plate sits in up here with the driver's vision block and the hull machine gun. So all good, all nice so far. Like I said, it's got tiniest bit of freaking cast detail or cast texture on this section. Why they didn't continue it on, I don't know, because you can see it there and that. No, let me show it up. It's very, very faint. See it? It's kind of, it's got that kind of cast metal look about it, but it isn't over the rest of the vehicle. It's a pity. If they can do it down there, why don't they do it over the rest of them? That's what buggers me. I hate that. If you're going to go doing one little bit, do the whole feckin' lot of it. Don't do just one little bit of it. Still on, you know, can crib, looks nice, and it's not an expensive kit, so yippee. That is Sprue C. Okay, now we're down to our double. Two identical ones, there's no need to have a look at them. And one, we'll just look at one of them. We've got our wheels. Let me see what the detail is like on these wheels. Okay, get a nice close up there of that. And the camera. Zooms in and starts playing tricks with us. But that detail now is quite nice. Okay. All the nuts and bolts and all that, they're all there. Looks nice. Okay, we've got our suspension. These look like the you know, the little holders for holding on the track, the side of the turret. Don't know what we have here. Got vision blocks there for the hatches. We've got our drive sprockets. Again, quite nice detail on those. We've got that big protector there for the exhaust, or exhaust top pieces. And we've got some handles. Okay. And we've got towing eyes. Right, so that you know, looks okay. Doesn't look too bad at all. Seems to be quite okay. The detail is actually quite nice. Very nicely moulded, and don't see any problems with it whatsoever. Right, so that is Sprue B, and we have two of them. Oh, finally we're down to the tracks. Okay, let's have a look at these individual track links. I'm glad that it's not link and length, because I'm not a lover of the link and length. I do prefer the individual link ones. A little bit more work involved with the individual links, but you always end up, you kind of end up with a nicer finish on them. Now, the detail on them is quite nice. You know, it's quite raised. Okay. Now, the accuracy of the detail, I do not know, but it looks nice. Okay. Whether that is accurate or not, I have to get on to young Hamilcar Burkas. Big ejector pin marks all over the back of it, all over the backs of it. So I mean, they don't really bother me too much, because I remember one time I went off and I cleaned up every last one of them. And then once you start adding weathering and, you know, pigments and things like that, they're going to go into those holes anyway, so you're not going to see them. I suppose you could give, you know, give them a little bit of sand and kind of clean them off a bit, alright. See, does that remove them? If it doesn't, I wouldn't go to I'm not going to go overboard on trying to remove them. They don't seem to be that deep, and you know, like I said, you're going to be covering it with pigments and mud and all that anyway. So are you going to get to see it? I don't know. I doubt it. I severely doubt it. Okay, so each, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's 40. So you have 80 track links on each sprue, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 8. This is 40. 40 is 80. So you've got 3 80s and 240 track links there. And if you haven't got enough in 240 track links, then don't know what you're going to need any more for, because you're going to have leftovers, and you're going to have some on the turret. So when you're making out your track links, when it ever says count out how many you need, make sure you count them out, because you'll need the rest for sticking onto the turret. And last and finally, but not least, we've got the crew set. Okay, the crew set gives us the painting guide there for the crew set. Okay, and use that kind of the splinter type camouflage. Okay, you can choice the camouflages for them, or you can have them in the plain uniform, whichever. It's up to you. This P dot kind of camouflage is actually quite easy to do. Well, you won't get it perfect the way I do it, but I get it, you know, when you're holding them that far away from you, it looks good. So I might go with the old camouflage uniform and trousers on some of them and things like that. We'll see how it goes, but I'll have a look at the pieces anyway. Alright, we've got 4 figures. They've got separate heads. Right. We'll just have a look at the detail on the head, on their faces. Oh, come on, will you? Behave yourself, camera. There we go. There's Chappie number 1, and the detail on his uniform. Okay, quite nice. Alright, we have line number 2. Not bad detail again. And his face. Kind of appears to have a bit of a moustache. Right, Mr. number 3. Go on, zoom in there. Nice smiley chap. Right. He definitely has a moustache, doesn't he? Come on, fix yourself. There. Right. And the last guy, there's a big smile on his face as well. Seems a happy chappy. Okay, and there's his uniform. He's got a pullover and the open jacket. So the figures aren't bad. They're not bad at all, I must say. Yeah, I have seen better figures, but you know, as figures go, these are not bad at all. Okay, now There's his two legs, his two arms, his body, his head, and his hat. Alright? But this guy is missing a leg. See? The leg is cut off. Ah, there it is here. It's clipped up under him. I was just going to say he's missing a leg, but it's this chap here. He's got his leg folded up under his arm, under his arm. That'd be fair awkward, wouldn't it? Under his knee. His other leg is under his knee. So there's the figures, lads, and that's it. That's all that comes with that kit. And a final look then at the box. So there we go. That's the kit. It's the Tiger 1 late version with the Ace Commander crew set, and that's the unboxing done for that. So don't forget to stay tuned to the channel, and I will be doing updates on this, regular updates on it. We'll also be checking out playing with the Zimmerit tool, TAMIYA's Zimmerit tool. So stay tuned and you'll see me getting to use this, because I'm going to do it on camera. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to try a bit first on a bit of ordinary plastic first, you know, just to get used to it and see how it works out and see how that goes. And that will be my test piece, and then we'll do it for real on the vehicle itself. So thank you for taking your time out watching this unboxing. Don't forget to stay tuned to the channel for updates on this, and join me every Monday, myself and Abs, and we'll do our weekly bum. So until then, lads, stay safe, enjoy your modelling, be nice to one another, and most of all, go out and buy yourself a kit, build it and enjoy it. So John signing off and saying, I'll catch you in the next one, lads. Stay safe.